What's up, guys? Welcome. I was stretching. I'm so sorry.
You could have told me to give you a second to stretch.
No, it's fine actually. Anyway, welcome back to Ghastly Gospels, where every verse is a curse. Listen, I was stretching while I was trying to do that, and I didn't expect to stretch when you said that. So, anyway, I am Dr. K. Ray Knight. Welcome back.
And I am Captain Diesel. Welcome, welcome for the first time people. Welcome.
I was like the first turtles.
Leave me alone.
Did you just wake up, or did I? My God.
You're contagious is what it is.
Whatever. Anyway, it has been a minute, right?
Right,
Um,
right.
since we last did an episode, so we can just call this season two. We were on hiatus. No, she didn't.
Your mother is killing me. Hey, bro, we'll have to rock out. Fuck it.
Anyway, um, are we still recording?
Yeah, still going. Ain't even stop.
Oh. Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about a movie that I've been wanting to talk about and review for ever. Um, I first saw it when it first came out. We're in 2026, right? So 4 years ago, it came out in 2022. It's Urban Myths, but at the time it was Urban Myth Toothworms because there was three or four things called Urban Myths or some shit. So it's Urban Myth Toothworms, and it's a Korean anthology that was absolutely freaking amazing to me. What did you think? We watched it last night. What did you think, Trey?
It was fun. Very often do I get to see a movie that's good, but not very often
Very
do I get to.
often.
Yes, let me finish. Damn, make it relax. Very often do I get to see a movie that is good, but not very often do I get to see a movie that is good and funny. And I think some of that was unintentional. Maybe a lot of that was just due to the company that we had. But it's going to be dope. It was dope. It was dope. It was a lot of really interesting concepts and interesting ways of things being shot. I think the only downside to that entire film that really bothered me at certain points was just the really bad CGI. I'm not against all CGI in horror. I'd rather prefer practical and a lot of different things. I think some of the different stories could have been amplified with practical effects. If they would have been able to do the tooth worm thing with practical,
Mhm.
just find practical effects. They kind of already did it slightly with the camera shot in general because they had to have some kind of prosthetic mouth for some of the shots. You could have somehow added prosthetic worms inside of the fake mouth to dig out of. I don't know. That's just me letting the nitpick stuff there. But all in all, fun movie. I would definitely recommend to watch with either yourself or a group of people. It was fun for us.
Honestly, with the because I think when it comes to Korean films, and I'm not 100% sure, but they're not too reliant on the CGI. More so just the story. So they use CGI, of course, but they don't want the CGI to take away from the story. And I feel like they probably thought, especially with the Toothworms one, because it was going from Parasite to zombies, that it may have taken away from the story if they spent far too much on CGI on like the worms.
Yeah, and again, I think it was. I don't think it was expensive CGI. That's another thing too. I think the CGI was very much so home done. Like somebody put that thing into their Premiere Pro or their DaVinci Resolve and cooked that up themselves or After Effects. But again, nonetheless, fun. Fun altogether, in my opinion.
I don't know how much they spent making the movie, but it only made 811,000 at the box office.
There couldn't have been too much bread spent for it. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like the most of the money went to maybe paying the actors or the sets, possibly.
Hmm.
But that's about it in my mind.
Did you have a because there's 10 different stories. Did you have a favorite story or several favorite stories?
I honestly feel as though that first and foremost, my favorite one is probably gonna be the tooth worm thing in general, just because I love how quickly it changed genres. It went from this research like Alien potentially or this bioweapon thing to like a zombie movie really quickly, like in an instant, damn
Mhm.
near. And
Yeah.
I think another one of mine would be the escape room episode as
Mm.
well. Because you already know I got my little Korean boo I was in love with for that episode.
Oh
But
my god.
besides her, I really enjoyed the way it was shot. I think it looked really clean, especially like the ending where Buddy had the bodies fall on him and he got dragged out. It was
Mhm.
dope. I enjoyed that. I think that, and that's one thing too. I will say I think the actors for most of these were pretty solid. Pretty solid.
And like the funny thing about it is that most of the actors, actresses that appear in it are from K-pop groups. So like
Yeah.
they're not even necessarily actors first and foremost. They are just like performers. And I think that that is actually I think that's really fun because it seems to be a thing in like if you are a K-pop idol that you do multiple things. So for instance, my favorite one will always be the mannequin one. First of all, I thought that shit was creepy as hell because you were letting the mannequin get far too close. And I was just like, I don't do things like I can't you can't be that close to me up in my face like that. It's weird and gross. And then like when he knocked it out like he punched it and his head fell off and there was just like more blood than fucking normal for like a head fall. I was like, y'all, it's too much. I would have been pissed off if I was being chased by a mannequin after accidentally seeing the mannequin sitting on the bench. I get chased by said mannequin and I push said mannequin away from me because said mannequin is in my face, and then I turn into a mannequin. What?
That's some shitty luck, bro. I think that goes down to our trend of for people that aren't aware. Me and Corey have this thing where usually when we do like a horror movie night, for like us for like 3 nights straight, we watch movies where it was just people going to their regular day job or living their regular lives that just coincidentally having to be haunted or like run across a demon or something. And I'm just like, damn, bro
Yes.
was just like chilling and just got turned into a
Leaving
mannequin just because he
work.
was around.
Leaving work. Coming out of the tunnel that he always comes out of every single day. And he just so happens to look over to the right. And there's a fucking mannequin sitting over there that you're not supposed to look at. Oh, forgive me. What the hell? Um, the toothworms one also. I'm a dentist at work and I he didn't even want to do the operation that came with helping that man with his painful gums. And oh, he's like, damn, I got to do a local, I got to do a tooth extraction. And it turns out that this man got worms, and then he gets turned into a zombie too. Listen,
I
I
thought it
would
was
be
so
so
funny
upset.
how scared he was to approach the worms too, because Buddy just literally, I think he tried to double glove up and was trying to double mask as well. I'm like, bro, at this point, don't even do it. Are you the only doctor at this practice? Like the only
Right,
one?
like you can't leave, Jesus.
And he had the
um
assistant in there. She was in there like, bro, you in here scared and
she's
double
like, if
gloving
you
up,
don't
and I'm in
come
here
on.
chilling.
And then one that I felt bad for, the necromancy one with the two girls.
Yes, that you know what?
Ah,
That one was so odd to me on a couple different levels. More so because in watching this film, I'm also like paying attention to like how Korean culture is conducted, how people go
mhm.
about it. And in my mind, I figure Korean culture is very conservative. So the idea that these two girls that very clearly have some sort of relationship, romantic relationship, it seems. At least from my perspective, I ain't gonna like it. Some of the shots, I'm just like, yeah, bro, these girls would be a little gay, but there's nothing wrong with
They
that.
did have a romantic relationship, and I guess it's because I'm a girl. So like you can very easily tell the difference between somebody who's a couple and then somebody who's like truly best friends. So it's two girls who were best friends, and it's very clear they were best friends since they were small, like since they were little. And they're like really, really close. And it's that type of like friendship where you spend all day, every day together. And I do have a friend like that. Her name is Natalie. And just sitting there talking. We sitting outside. If I'm about to lay down at her lap right there, I'm about to lay my head right there. and we sitting there talking, and she's playing in my hair because she knows I like it.
Freak ass. Uh,
Whatever.
this one though, this one got weird because it was the whole idea of them like hold each other's fingernails, and even more
Yeah.
weird from the aspect of like you're teenage girls, and one of the first things you think about is like, hey, if we die, bring me back to life with my fingernails through like a black magic spell. I'm like, don't y'all have like other shit to worry about, like makeup, your hair, boy, like anything? Well, maybe not boys, you're gay, but like food, like anything else a high schooler in Korea would do. But you're just like, yeah, black magic to bring me back to life in case I die. Why are you thinking about your mortality at like 17, 15?
I mean, but that's like that really is some people. What would I do, or what would happen if I die, or if, like, you know how like, but kids do that all the time too. Like they make weird ass crazy pacts, and they have to like spit on their hands and shake hands for pacts that they've made. So that's part, like making the pact out, like didn't seem out of place to me. Now the part where it was the witchcraft part, I was like, I don't feel like I would have gone that far, but I understand. That's your friend, that's your person, so you want them to like be with you. And so I think had she have actually not been like Ariel the mermaid and actually read the contract type shit, if she read the whole entire thing, how that plan came about wouldn't have come about the way that it did, because the reason they were saving the fingernails is because what if one of us gets killed or one of us dies? But then I really want to say, oh girl killed herself, which would have been
Gee.
crazy as hell to me, because I am your person, I am your friend, I am the one that you talk to the most all the time. What the fuck are you doing?
Now, part of me feels like she got set up, like the friend that was alive got set up, because that whole pay, like the most important part of the book was missing from
Mm-hmm.
the spell, like the spell that essentially lets her know, like, hey, to cast a spell and for it to be successful, you're going to have to make sure that this person eats human flesh so they can stay. And I'm like, who took that out?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like kind of like, I think Ernie, when he was watching it with us, he said the same thing, was like she wanted that scar real bad, and I'm just like, I could have given that shit to you.
Honestly,
Like I did. We did not have to die for that. Like you did not have to die for any of those things. And that's what I'm saying. Like, are you really best friends for real? Or did you want to just like eat her?
what I found funny too is like once her friend ate her and like mission was accomplished, now the ghost is being haunted by the ghost of her friend in the mirror. So I'm like, damn, a
But I
haunting of
know,
a
not
haunting?
hunted. She was like, now we're finally one.
It looked like she was happy about the shit.
No, it was, they were standing, when they were standing in the mirror, it was the one girl and there's the one girl, and she's like, now we're finally one together or whatever. And it's just like,
No,
that's what you wanted?
I'm saying the old girl, the friend that ate her, she seemed like she was like irritated or sad by the situation. The fact that her friend was still like in her brain, I guess. From at
No,
least from my perspective, that's how it looked.
that's exactly what she wanted, was for them to be one together. And I'm like, girl,
We all
we didn't
float
have to
down
do all of
here.
this. Right, we didn't have to do all of this, to be perfectly honest. I don't even know why you went this far.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I had a blast watching that one. And there's one in particular. We were laughing at it. It was the one that wasn't really supernatural. It was the one with the stalker that like hid in a
Yes. Oh
cabinet.
my god. The closet. The closet.
Yeah, that shit was so funny to me from the aspect of like, one, you could have finished this whole thing because you were able to pin this dude down and stab him like 40 times, but you decided to like run away and not finish the job or not call the police or not run out of the room. Like a couple different things you could have done to protect yourself in that situation. You decided to hide in the bathroom and then
But I'm
come
kind
out
of
of the bathroom
questioning
later
that
on.
one too. I'm kind of questioning that one too, because she stabbed him, right? And then the door is open, but I don't think that he's the one who grabbed her, because at the end it was like a woman's laugh.
Oh, wait, you saw him under the bed grab her though. Remember, like she was
But
sitting
I'm
at the
saying
edge.
I don't think that that was him. I think it was that he did leave, and then she's like, you know, wait till I catch you. And she got grabbed from whoever was under the bed. But then at the end of it, when it went dark, it was a woman's laugh. And I was like, am I tripping?
Maybe something was impersonating him, but I clearly remember seeing his face like behind her feet before she got dragged under the bed. Like he
Yeah, I
grabbed her
wanted to.
feet.
I did say I wanted to watch that one again just to make sure that I wasn't tripping. Like just specifically watching that one because he's saying like he told her no, the closet's not haunted when he popped out from the back. So he had a door installed and just like popped out. But if you're haunting the closet, you ain't have to do that, right? And
Right.
then like where would you have taken her under the bed for the both of y'all to disappear because that bed is not that big.
He was little as hell.
So I'm just
Uh,
like, was that actually him that grabbed her, or am I tripping? So I did say I wanted to watch that one again because that one was really interesting. Because, and like Ernie said, it is a definitely a woman choosing the bear situation because he was already weird when she came over to look at the closet the first time. My girl ran like left fast as hell. She didn't even put her shoes all the way on.
like,
She
which was
was
funny
trying
because
to
she had on
leave.
Chucks. Like, shorty, you
Yeah,
can't slide Chucks on. What the fuck?
she was trying to leave so quick, and she was not trying to be rude or anything like that. She was just trying to get out of there so fast because he was already being weird.
Shoes are loose as hell on her feet. Keep in mind as she's trying to like run away when she just slid on some Chucks. I do remember though. I do remember like seeing a scene where like the dream catcher in her room fell, and then like the next
Hmm.
scene we were back into the apartment. It was just fixed. So I don't know
Hmm.
if this is a situation where like she's in some kind of genjutsu or some shit like that, where she's like not in the real world, or if there is a ghost. Because again, your dream catcher falls down and breaks into pieces, and then magically is just repaired and put back up. And the next scene you're there.
Well, I think that was like one of the dream sequences she was having too. Because remember the first one she had where she had all them damn hands.
Oh, true, true, true.
That
She was
was
having
that was
nightmares.
choking the shit out of her, choking the shit out of her ass. And then she had the dream catcher fell, broke into pieces, and then was fixed next day. I think that was part of the dream sequence. That's what I'm saying. Like it's probably the one that's the least supernatural of all of them. But then I'm also wondering, did it get supernatural at the end? Because like if y'all could see her room, and I'm telling y'all to just like really go watch it. If y'all see her room when you watch the one that's called the closet, that room is not big and that bed is not big for her to have been dragged under there like that. And for him to have been hidden under there as tall as he was, because he's a little bit taller than her, for as tall as he was, for him to be hiding under there without her really noticing and then drag her under there also, I'm like, what are we doing? Is this one supernatural actually?
Right. And see, funny enough, how he looks is another thing to comment on. Because Ernie brought this up and I talked about it like throughout the episode. The whole aspect of this man is very clearly a very attractive individual. Like, Buddy had a
Mm-hmm.
strong ass jawline. He tall as hell. He had good hair. They tried to put a bullshit haircut on him. I was like, there's no way you're telling me this dude just takes his glasses off that he's now like a uber attractive person. Because we're seeing this scenario where they have Buddy on with a button up that's way too big for his hands. He gets the bullshit bowl cut. He's like trying to walk in a way where like he's
Where he's
not
slouched
confident.
in his shoulders, yeah.
It was so funny. I just find that as an interesting thing. Even in Korea, that whole movie trouble around. Hey, you wear some glasses, you're ugly. I'd be like, damn. Now I feel attached because why he got to be cute until when he take his glasses off and not just cute in general.
So, the tunnel, the first one, that was a wild one.
That was funny too, because brother,
He was fucking losing it. My goodness.
I will say he did most of the right decisions. At least they get away with it. That being said, until the very end, where Buddy got into the car. Well, matter of fact, I could recommend that to get in the car and try to
Hmm.
drive away, but it ended up being the worst decision for him because now you're trapped with nowhere to go, and Shorty just like turned
Came
your
and explained
head into a
everything.
into a
No today's
puddle.
project.
Because she kept swinging, swinging, and
Oh
swinging, and
my
swinging, and did not
god.
stop until the red and the truck damn near blacked out. or the
I
car.
actually really appreciate that one because it kind of set the tone for like the rest of them. So in the tunnel, like if you guys do watch this, it's the very first one. In the tunnel, one, he's driving and he gets pulled over by the police. As he's talking to the police officer, because the police officer asked him for his license and asked him if he just got done fishing or whatever. And they're like, can I see your license? There's a report about a woman that has been missing. And I'm like, well, how long has she been missing for that report to be happening right now?
Yeah, 'cause there's no way in the middle of the night. Because this, keep in mind, this is late, and buddy's commenting on like he's doing late night fishing. There's no way she goes missing that night, and somebody just like magically knows that she's missing and gets a police report out. Unless
Right.
she lived with a family nearby and like wandered there, I guess somehow. Which at that point I'm asking like, okay, how do you your night clothes, your nightgown, wander out of your home into the middle of the street in the middle of nowhere
To get hit.
to get hit? I no, I don't
Because
know.
he did hit her with his car. And the police officer does point out that he has a dent in his car. And the police officers, it doesn't matter. They will never beat the allegations of being just absolutely fucking terrible at their job. Because if this man has a dent in his car and it could possibly look like he's got blood on the car and he's sweating, you can't see into his car because he keeps moving as you move, like he's fucking ludicrous and shit. When I move, like you move type shit. Like he's obviously being very suspicious. He could have sweated out of his doggone clothes at that point in time. He's shaking, and you're just like, be careful. You have a dent in your car. Huh?
He was in there sweating. He was in there sweating. I thought
Profusely.
I thought it was like drugs or something. Like, why do you sweat so bad? I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, there's a dead body in the car. I forgot.
Like, and then when, he's going through the tunnel, and it flashes back to when the police officer had put his hand on the window. First of all, why are you putting your bare hand on my windshield? I'm
Leaving
not understanding that
leaving
part.
a thick fingerprint.
I left the handprint there, but then it ends up disappearing because then the handprint is from inside of the car, but it's exactly where the police officer put his hand. And I'm just like, what? First of all, stop putting your fucking handprints on my goddamn car. And then there's just handprints inside of the car. Does he panic? Absolutely. But he doesn't get out of the car or anything like that. He just drives. And I'm like, that is a smart decision. Up until the part where he goes and he's like, where can I dump this body? And he pulls up this map, which is not a good idea because if they find your phone, they're going to see that you're trying to dump a body. And he pulls up the map and he's getting ready to, or he picks just this random place and he gets pissed off at her for being in the back of his trunk when you could have just did a hit and run and left her body right there. Oh no. But then you cut her hair and leave it in the spot you were going to dump her at, but then you don't dump her. After that, you
Yeah,
just started making the wrong decisions.
yeah, because brother, the math wasn't mathing near the end of that shit. I'm like, bro, you just don't want to do you. You
I
doing
was like, why
all this
did you
stuff.
cut her hair there if you're not going to dump her there? You could have just dumped her there. That's what you pulled over for.
And it's like getting mad at her for it. I'm like, bro, she just
She's
walked into the
dead.
road. Yeah, like what the hell?
You hit her with your car. And you're also blaming her like cuz you're saying that she jumped out in front of the car like she was a deer or something like that, and something tells me with like the way he was swerving that it was probably just you.
That's funny as fuck.
It was probably just you chilling. The
Now,
woman in red was pretty good too, though.
oh, that was really fucking good. That one was that. Yeah, that was another funny one where it's like near the ending for that. I'm like, okay, it's pretty apparent that they're gonna drop her off this building. They have a mirroring death to the woman haunting her.
Hmm.
But I'm like, okay, when are we doing this? This thing's been running for a minute. When I seen her just like snatch her up and climb up the building, I'm like, oh, you're just adding extra steps to this shit at this point. You could have ran her outside
Snatch.
up to the top of the building and ran her off the edge, but you're like, I'm gonna pick her up by one hand and drag her to the top before I drop her. I'm like,
But
nah,
then I was
brother.
sitting here like, is the door to the roof not working? Like she couldn't open the door, I guess. So she's just like, oh well, since you can't open the door, I'm gonna help you out. Snatch your ass.
Funny as fuck.
We're gonna do this way. And it was really funny. The elevator part was the funniest part because it doesn't matter what floor you stop on. I'm literally right here. So I either get you now or I get you later.
You let me know what you want to do.
And when she decided to run, she was like, okay, thank you. I don't
Tear
know
that
why
ass
we keep
up.
going up and down on the elevator.
Cause she was there's that one scene I think it lasted a little too long where like she just had her head down in front of the door and she would keep like hitting the
Mm-hmm.
button that would keep bringing her back to the ghost. I'm like, okay, I
Yes.
get it. Like we've done this like literally like 3 times now. We can move on. This scene
Like
is overstayed as
it
welcome.
doesn't matter what floor you go to, baby. She's gonna get you. And what I kind of when I was watching it, like watching it and thinking, the part in the beginning where they were talking about what happened, the girl that whose funeral they went to was their friend. So it's the two of them or the three of them and another friend, and she fell off the building or jumped or whatever. She was chased off the building by the woman in red, and then that's when she was asking her, like in the park, was she chased by someone? First of all, how would I know the answer to that? The only thing I know is that her ass fell off the building. I don't know if she was chased. She didn't tell me.
Her friend was cute though. Listen to a little park bench in the beginning. Girl's fine.
Shut up.
It's like, man, these Korean women are
No.
Korea number one.
You're so but all in all, I really did like watching it. I loved watching it with y'all, but I like watching it. It's probably my third or fourth time actually rewatching that. Um which is why I still can't believe that I don't know if that was a haunting or not at the end of the closet. But um I love this one. If you guys have never seen it, please do. It's on Tubi. I 100% recommend it. Like 1,000%. It's so good, honestly.
It's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I hope to see more movies like it. To your point, we were to compare it to VHS, which maybe we can do like a VHS breakdown in itself
Mm-hmm.
for a future episode. But it was along those lines. It's this anthology series that was more so fun because it was stationed in a country and a culture that we don't get to see too often, especially in horror.
Mm-hmm.
So getting to see like how the Korean people live and how they interact with these different things, these supernatural things, it was fun to see that. And all in all, this is just funny. The people that made this definitely had their fun making it. They had a blast making this.
Mm-hmm. I like I said, I love the fact that they used K-pop idols for this because Shonu and inside of the mannequin, Alexa being in escape games, the escape room one, Ciola and Exie being in two of them. Ciola was the main character in the closet, and then Exie is she used to be the leader of a Korean K-pop group called WJSN, um, like back in 2016. So yeah, I like seeing them do other things. A lot of other things. The one from Toothworms who played the dentist, he was a rapper for a Korean or a K-pop group called Infinite, and then now he's like currently a dance crew member for something a group called Ambitious. So I like seeing them do other things besides K-pop. Truly, like even if they're really good at it, I like seeing them outside of their norm. I think that's really fun.
And you're not slick because you try to slide in that bullshit halfway through, like the second or third one, like, oh yeah, I don't need subtitles. I just, I know Korean. So, like, all right, nigga, flex your Korean. Leave me alone. Okay. Let me enjoy this in peace. Let me enjoy my
Because
English dub.
you didn't have the subtitles on, and you was like, "Does this have subtitles?" I was like, I don't need them." So because I didn't, I wasn't bragging, but I didn't know if it came with subtitles because when I first watched it, I didn't have any subtitles then either. But at that point, I had already knew how to speak Korean, so I was just like, "Oh, I'll just watch it." I guess I like subtitles, prefer to have subtitles because I'm
Right,
deaf.
right, right.
So like sometimes I can't fucking hear, or sometimes I'm chewing on chips and then I miss something. So Don't do me like that.
All in all, great movie. Great movie. No matter how crazy my co-host is.
Whatever. Anyway, we just wanted to bring you guys this fairly quick episode for Ghastly Gospels. I don't know what I was about to call this show. For Ghastly Gospels.
Get it together.
And then of course, I would definitely want to do the VHS breakdown because there's VHS, VHS 2, VHS 3, something about VHS in the fucking 90s. I don't know, but
I'm only watching one of them motherfuckers, so you let me know which one you want to watch. I'm not doing all of those.
so I definitely want to check those out. All of the anthologies ones remind me of each other because there's like the VHS and then dreams and nightmares and daydreams. I was about to say dreamscapes. Jesus Christ, nightmares and daydreams,
Jeez.
and then like shit like two sentence horror stories. So like all of that stuff, I like things like that because it just kind of reminds me of each other. So we'll definitely be breaking those down as well. But that is it for this episode. Charlie, where can they find you, of course?
You guys can find me on any of my platforms at CatDiesel24, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Well, I think my TikTok, no, all those things are the same username to my knowledge. Or just type in Captain Diesel on anywhere you are. And you'll find me, the channel, or my debut Comic Reaper. One of those three will be there.
Period. And then, of course, y'all can find me at the doctor's office and everywhere else. Dr. K Knight on literally anything, I'm pretty sure. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Remember, this is Ghastly Gospels, Dark Stories, Deadlier Truths.
Hey, look at you. All right, y'all. Bye.